I've been hearing a lot about keyboards lately. Fully custom ones, low profile ones, crystal clear ones, you name it. I myself wouldn't say I'm an expert by any means. I mean, heck, I only built my first keyboard last year at DreamHack Dallas with my friends at Glorious. But one thing I do know is that I have been using keyboards of all styles and brands for nearly a decade, and I've learned a few things. And well, today I'm going to show you one of my all-time favorites. It's from a brand you probably never heard of, and you know how the saying goes, if it's a hole-in-the-wall place, it must have good food, or the keyboards, right? Right. What is up, guys? My name is Tyler, and today we're talking about the NuPhy Halo96 mechanical keyboard. Now, before we dive into this, I want to mention that NuPhy did send me this keyboard to review, but no money changed hands, and NuPhy did not get to review or make any changes to this video before it was uploaded. That being said, I did do a review of the NuPhy Air 75 a few months back, of which I purchased myself, and well, as you can tell, I obviously like it because we're back with their more flagship model. Alright, enough business bullshit. What is the Halo96? For starters, it's a 96% keyboard, meaning you get a full function row, arrow keys, and a full numpad, but the overall profile of the board is smaller than your traditional full-size keyboard. Trust me when I say that little bit of space matters when your desk is covered in flight sticks and flight accessories and secondary mice and all that jazz. My Star Citizen gamers know what I'm talking about. The Halo has an aluminum top plate that covers a plastic body. Despite it being half plastic, you would never be able to tell because the way the Halo is constructed is superb. The plastic has a nice rigidity and texture to it that keeps the board light on cost while not taking away from the premium typing experience. But more on that later. Okay, so the Halo has two-step adjustable feet for a total of 3 typing angles, including completely flat, which even then is a slight angle due to the shape of the body. In my experience, it's super comfy to type on for long periods of time, or for when you're typing that novel to your crush who isn't gonna read it and likely is talking to somebody else anyway. The caps are double shot PBT and come in a unique black and white color scheme with some unique accented colors, but to be honest, in today's world, pretty standard. That being said, they are of course swappable, so if you want to swap them out for your ultra sexy ones, then by all means. But for me, the standard ones are just fine. However, in the box of my unit, I did receive the shine through keycaps because yes, the Halo does have RGB. A nice little treat if you're still into the whole RGB everything phase. Now, before we get into this next part, keep in mind, I'm not a keyboard expert, so I may miss some things, but that's where you keyboard warriors come in. Now, the Halo can come with several switch types. Mine came with NuPhy's own baby kangaroo switches, which are a collab with Gateron. They're a tactile switch with really solid feedback. I'm not gonna dive into the numbers and stuff because there are plenty of channels out there that do that sort of thing, but from a sheer typing and gaming standpoint, these are probably my favorite switches I've ever used. Now, the Halo also comes in several other Gateron variants and they're hot swappable, so if you have your own that you prefer to use, the NuPhy is surprisingly open-ended, but seriously, I really like these kangaroos. The other part that makes typing on the NuPhy so pleasant is the dampening that's pre-installed. Now, I know of the tape mod and all that, but let's be real, you don't want to have to deal with that. Now, I'm not going to take my board apart because I'm lazy, but thankfully, NuPhy already has a little diagram to show us exactly what they did, and as you can see, and I quote, combining a built-in plate and PCB silicon, bottom silicon, and spacebar silicons, NuPhy offers a complete noise reduction and stabilization solution for all Halo 96 users. And let me tell you, it makes a huge difference in making this keyboard feel 3 times its price. I remember when building my Glorious, we installed a brass switch plate and added some medium foam to the body, and it really gave the board a nice clunk. So when I saw that the Halo had dampening as well, rightfully, I got excited. The other thing that I really love here is that NuPhy claims to have introduced this from the factory after hearing the community talk about the importance of dampening. And if you know me, you know I love brands that pay attention and listen to their core audience. Nice job, NuPhy. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention is their Ghost Bar. According to NuPhy, it's the world's first noise suppression space keycap and a culmination of half a year of acoustic and material and structural engineering to create effectively a spacebar that, when struck, doesn't sound hollow. If I take off mine, you can see what they're talking about. Now, this was co-designed by Keyspire specifically for NuPhy. Interestingly enough, the 2 additional spacebars that come with the unit do not have the sound absorber or silicon stem. It's too hard to tell on camera, but personally I think it does sound a bit nicer and is a nice little feature to showcase. Overall, the sound of the board is really solid. I can't complain at all. Now, I don't know if this board comes with pre-lube switches, but I can tell you that when I pulled the spacebar off, it did have some lube left over on the stems, so who knows. NuPhy doesn't specifically say whether their switches are pre-lubed or not, so I think it's safe to say that they aren't. But as always, if you wanted to add lube yourself, you certainly can, but in my opinion, I don't think you need it. My Glorious, on the other hand, does have pre-lube switches, and while nice, I personally don't feel a huge difference, but again, I'm more of an average keyboard user, so my opinion obviously won't stack up to someone who really knows keyboards. All right, so now that we've covered the keyboard basics, I want to talk about some of the other cool features of the Halo. For starters, most if not all of NuPhy's keyboards can be used 3 ways. Wired with the included USB-C cable, wireless via the 2.4 GHz dongle, which hides away in the board itself, and Bluetooth. I can't stress this enough when I say, can more keyboards do this, please? I understand most enthusiasts don't ever unplug their board and have a hyper sexy cable for it, but for someone like me who sometimes uses their keyboard on other machines, it's so nice being able to just connect wirelessly. Heck, I'm doing it right now as I type this script. So speaking of wireless, the performance of both the dongle and the Bluetooth work flawlessly. Now, I haven't gamed on it this way, but for everyday typing, it keeps up with me, no problem, not like the Cooler Master CK721. Now, I'm no speed typer or anything, but the one thing about wireless keyboards that sucks is usually latency. And in my time using the Halo wirelessly, I never noticed a difference in latency from wired to wireless in any mode. Big props to NuPhy. Oh, and did I mention it works for both Mac and Windows? Just another nice little feature there. Seriously, other keyboard manufacturers need to listen up because NuPhy is going to take the market by storm. You heard it here first. The other cool thing about the keyboard is the wrist rest. Normally sold separately, NuPhy included it in my kit, and boy is it pretty. Something about a solid piece of unpolished acrylic just feels so modern. Not like overly modern, but like super sleek. Oh my God, IG post office modern. You know what I'm talking about? Those impossibly wireless office setups you see on IG with the quirky colors and super cool modern design. Yeah, the NuPhy really lends itself to standing out as a quality looking keyboard. And the wrist rest is awesome because when the Halo LED on the Halo lights up, you can see it shine through the acrylic and it makes the whole wrist rest glow, and it's perfect. So in the end, the NuPhy Halo96 has quickly become my favorite keyboard of all time. Its forward-thinking design and manufacturing stand up against some of the more boutique boards while maintaining a level of civility that makes it approachable to someone like me who simply isn't a keyboard snob. It's the perfect blend for someone who wants a snobby experience but without actually being a snob. It's kind of perfect. And honestly, there isn't much, if any, complaints I have with this board. It really checks all my boxes and I don't want to stop typing on it. Like, are you guys cool if I just sit here for another 10 minutes and talk about nothing? Because typing on this thing is so good. Anyway, price, yeah. How much is it? This is the real kicker. If you weren't already sold, let me tell you, this Halo 96 comes in at only $150. Like, what? Hello? Who is she? Now, that doesn't include the wrist rest, but the rest is only $30. Like, bro, go to any boutique keyboard site and find me a 96% or equivalent board with these features that's under $300. I'll wait. I've said it once and I'll say it again. NuPhy is going to take the keyboard world by storm. All these other hype brands are cool, but NuPhy is the silent king in my opinion, and I can't wait to see what they do next. I guess now is a better time than ever to say if you're looking to buy one of your own, I can take that $150 down and make it even cheaper because, yep, you guessed it, I got a code. Use XXIV10 at checkout for 10% off your order, but you know what? I don't care about that. If you do decide to buy one, I want you to tweet at me and tell me what you think. Am I crazy? If you're a keyboard nut, I'm interested to see what your take is on this board. Anyway, that's gonna do it for the Halo 96. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, and as always, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. You can also follow me over on Twitter and Twitch to stay up to date on all things 24 Concept. And until the next one, peace. I'm gonna go type. You hear that ghost bar? Uh-huh. Tell him about it. Uh-huh. Yeah. You coming up? Okay. I guess Noel wants to join the video. Everyone, say hi to Noel. Say hi to the camera. Maybe. What are you doing? Huh?